Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. We are going to jump into our digital nomad training today. So today I'm just going to simply just jump in and share. First, I'm going to share with you a little bit about our intention. So we're doing intention with our water blessing. So welcome. Thank you for joining. Going to wait and give you a moment to jump in. If you're catching the replay, drop replay below here. And so our water blessing is really an important intention setting practice. So I'd like for you to grab your water and just hold it to your heart and setting gratitude for all of the blessings of this life, joy, magic, happiness, and beauty, and bliss, and adventure, and magic, and whatever else you'd like to call into this now moment. And if you're just now joining us live, drop whatever intentions you have. Hello, thank you for joining. So good to see you, Carol. Hey, everybody that's jumping on. It's so good to see y'all. So once we set our intention, water is completely scientifically now proven to be not only programmable, but source energy itself. And it is so very, very powerful. So go ahead and just take a drink after you set your intentions. Beautiful. So welcome, welcome, welcome for everyone who's joining now live. We're going to talk today about our digital nomad training, and we're going to talk about what your brand pillars are and your avatar. So those might be something new to you if you're not yet a digital nomad or an entrepreneur. But those of you that are entrepreneurs might be familiar with this languaging. And this is all about who are you speaking to. So today we're going to talk about that. And I'm really excited because this is one of my favorite things to talk about. So I'm going to bring up my notes here and just start to share a little bit about my personal brand. And I've been really called to do some major on my brand lately because there has been a pivot in society, in the world, if you haven't noticed. If you haven't noticed, things are a little different. Things are shifting and changing very much. So, we have to shift and change with the times in order to speak to the people that we're calling in. And so as a conscious entrepreneur, it's really, really important for us to be intentional, very intentional about who we're talking to. And as they say in Zig Ziglar and back in the day, all the old trainings that have been around forever are still so on point that if you are speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. And so what does that mean? That means that if you're not talking to one specific person or a duplicate mirror copied of that person, and people would just scroll on by, because we have to have very specific messaging, especially in this day and age where we have less than a 0.3-second window to catch someone's attention. And what's going to make them stop scrolling? What's going to make them pop on your video? What's going to make them click on your reel? What's going to make them heart or like your story or comment on your polls or any of the things, so that you can have ultimately a conversation with somebody to see if there's an alignment. And what does that alignment look like for you? What is your why? What is your purpose? What is your mission? What is your passion? What is your potential? And what most importantly here is your platform. And so if you've been following along this course or you've been catching some of my lives and my master classes, then you might notice that it's super important to really focus on your why and your mission statement as first priority, because everything else comes under that umbrella. Everything else comes into that compass. And so that is really your literal navigation tool in this process. So jump back to my previous videos on my YouTube. It's in my link tree in my bio. If you're catching this on social media, you can catch the link to my YouTube there. And look at the Finding My Why and look at the mission statement builder and do those classes because they are so important for our brand and to really speak to who we're speaking to. And so as we've been sitting with that, it might have taken y'all, a couple weeks to get that homework done or whatever. That's fine. Take your time because that's really you're incorporating your personal mission statement, your business mission statement, your purpose of why you're actually here. And it's a lot to delve into. It really is a lot. And so once we do that deep work and really discover what is my purpose, what am I bringing to the world, then we can begin from that place to talk about, okay, now who am I talking to, right? Who am I speaking to? And what is that person all about? So the brand pillars come first, and we're going to dive a little bit more into that on the next time. But this time we're going to talk really about the soul avatars. And I call it a soul avatar because soul avatars are really kind of a little mirror of you. They are the highest version of you. They are a lot like you because people don't buy your products, they buy you. And so this is you're talking to your highest self. You're talking to your highest version of yourself. You're talking to a fractal of you on the other side of the camera because we are all mirrors of each other. We are all one. We are all here in reflection and we're drawing in those that are in frequency in the same realm as we are. And they might not just be where you're at. They might be attuning to where you're at. They might be coming up. They might be building their business. They might be creating their offer, whatever that looks like. And this is why those of you that are coming into this program and this training with me are resonating with the messages that I'm giving you right now, because you are now building your brand and you are now doing the things that I've already done. And I'm going to show you how to do them to help quantum leap you into a timeline where you don't have to take 20 years to do it like I did. You can take literally a couple months and really hone this in. And it's really a honing process, is culling and reducing and clearing and really redefining. And so if your brand becomes too expanded, then it also, your messaging becomes very expanded as well. And it becomes really hard to speak specifically to certain people, because if we're speaking to certain people, then if we're only speaking to certain people, we have to know exactly who they are. I'm on a live right now, so it's not a good time. So the purpose right here is to speak specifically and very clearly to what you're talking about to specific people. And if it's more than that, then you need to bring it to another channel. So what's happening is sometimes we get so many things on our channel that the algorithm and your avatar doesn't know who you're talking to or what you're talking about. And then they get confused. The AI gets confused. The algorithm gets confused. And then it's like, oh, well, I don't really know what they're talking about. So they're not going to boost your content. My content has gotten 90% higher views since September, since I've refined my avatar. Probably more than that, because I was really, really stuck on Instagram from getting just like 1.8 thousand views a month. It was not going anywhere. And I was creating content and reels, and I was posting about different things and things that I love and all things that I'm passionate about. However, it was too many different things. And then it was hard for the algorithm to say, oh, there's your people. Oh, there's your people. Oh, there's your people. So when I brought the things like my Inner Goddess retreats over to my retreat channel, and all the ceremonies and the sacred work and the sisterhood and the tribe work and the things like that over to our Temple of the Sacred Heart channel, and really only on my main channel, my Isla Valkyrie Visionary Vixen channel, was my brand pillars. And so I was able to really define that. And now my views are getting over 20,000. And so it's just, it doesn't, you don't have to have a huge following to have that. I have less than 5,000 followers right now, but I'm getting a lot of exposure because I am creating content that is very, very honed in. It's very cold. It's very refined. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to define your soul avatar. Grab a pen and make sure you take some notes. So first question about your soul avatar: where do they live? And I'm going to just tell you a little bit about my avatar. They live near nature, yet still in the suburbs. They're by water in a beautiful location. They might have a nice condo or a house. So that kind of gives you an example. All right, next question. Where do they go? What does your avatar like to do? So my avatar loves to do hiking and biking and yoga and shopping. They get pedicures. They love to go see live music. They love to have time with their kids and their family and go to gatherings. So first of all, if you want to identify your avatar's gender, you can do that if you're speaking to a niche market. Mine is she, her. And so I'm going to refer to that. How does she dress? Next question, how does she dress? So my avatar is boho, sexy chic, a beachy vibe, upscale clothing. She likes nice bags and shoes. She gets her lashes done. And so that's a little bit about my avatar. So you're not going to be answering these questions right now. You're just going to be writing them down. Okay. You're going to take some time to sit with this. Next, you're going to pull up images of her on social media and just find her. What does she look like? Who is that person? Maybe make a Pinterest board is a really good idea for that. I love Pinterest. Any of y'all use Pinterest? Yes? Give me some thumbs up. Yes. So it's a great place to start some ideas on this kind of theme that you're creating and who you're speaking to. Now, a little bit about her. Let's talk. So I'm going to show you here a little bit about mine. I'm going to just read you this. She believes so deeply in herself. She is so grounded in herself. She cares about her health. She cares about her body. She is a two-income family. She is a female. Let's see. She is established and she's bringing in good income. And a lot of my avatars are entrepreneurs. So I'm gonna just put that in there. I had a typo in my notes, so it wasn't making sense. There we go. All right, bringing in a good income. What else? Next question. What does she love to do every day? So she has daily self-care. She has a practice of yoga. She loves gardening. She loves plants. She loves stargazing. She loves bird watching and self-care. She loves healthy eating, simple living, fun and nature. She goes to the sacred waters. She prays and meditates, and she makes content online and loves to play and dance. So this is who you're speaking to. So get really specific, and it's going to take a little while. And remember, most of the time, your avatar is going to be a higher version of you. So it's kind of easy to answer. Don't make it too hard. Next question. What do they eat? So my avatar loves to go to nice organic cafes. She loves vegan food restaurants. She loves to eat Ayurvedic and keto. Next question. Where do they travel to? Where do they travel to? So my ideal client loves the ocean, loves mountains, loves beaches, loves lakes, loves the rivers, 4 to 5 star hotels, tropical locations. And next, what do they love to do? I think we already had that one. Next is the demographics. All right, so you can identify gender, because this is going to help you if you ever do create ads. You're going to need to know all this stuff. And even if you're still doing organic marketing, you're still going to know who you're speaking to. Oh, huge tip, pro tip, huge tip. Mark this down. Go to your For You page and don't ever go shopping and looking for shit, to buy, randomly scrolling, because that will totally throw off your algorithm. You need a spam account to do that. Do not do that on your main account. Your For You page needs to look like your ideal avatar. And if it doesn't, your algorithm is off. So go to your For You page and start to look for things like this. Start to search for things like this in your For You page, because that's going to start to tell the algorithm and the software, the AI, what you're looking for. Okay, so that's a huge tip, is to talk about, only what you want on your For You page. You're not going to be searching up shoes or whatever, or, door dashing on that. All right, so your demographic. What is your age range? Age range. Next question is important. The business type or their employment. Okay, this is who you're speaking to. So this is a newly refined avatar, mind you. I had it in a completely different genre before, and it was confusing the algorithm because the things that I was teaching wasn't speaking to that audience. Remember, your family is not your audience. Your friends are not your audience. Your social groups are not your audience. They're not even your customers. So stop talking to them. You have a spam account for that, go for it. But on your regular account, that's not what you do. This is a business. This is a business account. So you talk about business. And it's not a busy mess, it is business. All right? So you got to be clear. Business type. What are they employed by, or how are they employed? So my avatar, I'm going to give you an example. Teachers, corporate women, upper middle class moms, working women seeking an avenue further out of the corporate world. They're looking for legacy money, kids and grandkids they want to provide a great lifestyle for. So what is their location? Mine is both global and in the USA. So I have some global clients, I have some US clients, a little bit of both. And what is the personality? What's the personality? So this is a little trickier because you're getting into something that is kind of a little harder to define, but just sit with it. Not doing homework right now, you're just writing it down. So the personality. Mine, they are leaders. They're upbeat and positive. They're resourceful. They're action takers. They're seeking an outlet for community, mentorship, and personal growth. Oh, and entrepreneurs. So their entrepreneurial spirit is really important. And one more thing that I'm going to add to that, coachable. As a mentor, we want our clients to be coachable because otherwise it's really hard to make an impact in someone's life. So I'm going to add that in there. All right. And these are all things that we're going to also be doing when we create our magical script. So that's coming up as well. So watch out next for our brand pillars and our magical script trainings. If you want to take part of these trainings and really have some coaching and some one-on-ones and a really beautiful group, we do offer our digital nomad training online, and you can get a link in the bio for that. Just DM digital nomad. I will send you the info. And well, it's a 12-week live, and then you have unlimited access to the course and all the master classes. So another thing about the personality is you're going to go into more values and their attitudes and their interests and their lifestyle. So, for instance, women, divine feminine, who are 30 to 65, who are burnt out at their job, they're empty inside, they know there's something more, they're tired of exchanging time for money. Those who desire more freedom in all the ways, those who keep having from needing tools, they want to create a legacy, income for their future and families, and need the vehicle. They're burnt out. They desire self-love and self-care. They desire sisterhood, community, and tribe. And guess what? You are them. You are them. So, next question. And this is a good one. If I was showing up as my highest version of myself, what would I say? And how would I dress? What do they do? Where do they live? What is that future version of you? Speak to the person that you were when you were trying to launch your business. So you're going to have a separate avatar for each of your businesses if you have more than one avenue for your business, if you have more than one offering. And so make sure that you don't overlap those because, again, it confuses the algorithm. It really does. So I'm going to give you another example of an avatar. for Temple Sacred Heart. This is for our community. It's our sacred ceremonies. It's our red tent gatherings. It's our festival crowd that we're speaking to. And this is the like I teach at festivals. I teach keynotes there. We offer beautiful sacred spaces at events called the Red Tent or a Moon Lodge for sisterhood, where a place for the divine feminine platform. That's a whole nother business. Okay, so here's the avatar for that. I'm speaking to goddesses, yogis, artists, creatives, coaches, lightworkers, entrepreneurs, and new earth guardian leaders. They love to have fun. They love to build community. They love to spin fire and do exciting dance. So you can see how those two avatars are very different. Some of them might be the same, but not all. And definitely there's not a lot of overlap. And that's what I was learning when I was really sitting with speaking and getting my voice out here on social media and letting it throw itself further and really working with the tidal wave and working with the algorithm, because as we speak to who we're calling in, we have to be very, very clear and very, very consistent. And we can't have confusing messages. Otherwise, you're just not going to be seen. Your stuff is not going to get seen. So psychographics, some of these questions might feel cold, but we must tap into our clients' lives and their pain to better understand. This allows us to serve them with the best of our abilities. So sit with these, give yourself the time and the space to align with these answers. Okay, so what keeps your perfect client awake at night? What makes them worry, fearful, anxious, and angry? This is their pain. What keeps your perfect client awake at night? Worryful, fearful, anxious, or angry? All right, you got that? What are the 3 top things that frustrate your perfect clients on a daily basis? Is it doing things they don't want to do? People, circumstances, chores, finances? So what is that? What are the top 3 things that frustrate your perfect client on a daily basis? Challenges of my people are that they're spending time doing small things rather than expanding their horizons, and they're still trading time for money. That's mine. All right. What does your perfect client want more than anything else? What does your perfect client want more than anything else? So I've got the 2 different avatars, and we're going to get to where we're going to actually give them a name in a moment. So the one that I've been speaking to the most on this call, I'm going to speak to her. They want a model that is not copied. They want accolades on stage. They want to fully show up. They desire to align themselves with a community of like-minded people. So I'm going to add a little bit to that. And so we want to make sure you're defining what they're desiring, what they want more than anything else. Do they want freedom? Do they want health? Do they want wealth? Do they want, what problems are you solving for them, basically? All right, what is the biggest mistake your perfect client is making right now related to the problem that you solve? So one of the problems that my avatar has, the biggest mistakes that they make is they have to meet a monthly quota in a multi-level marketing. They might be doing really, really well, but every single month they have to start over at 0, and it's just exhausting. They trade time for money. They can't take time off without losing money. And they may already be seeking a way out of their jobs, and many of them already have side hustles or small ticket MLM businesses. So that's kind of my examples. All right, what is your perfect client thankful for? What positive emotions are they feeling? What is your perfect client thankful for? What positive emotions are they feeling? So this one, they've got They're thankful for their community, their family, their businesses that they have created online, and for their connection to spirit. And next one, why does your perfect client need the service that you're providing? A result or a feeling, it could be anything. So, my answer here from my client is they are wanting to create a life with time and wealth freedom. They want to have a steady income that does not require them to be at work or doing a service. Question number 7 here on this part. What other products or services are your client buying right now? Similar books, similar training, similar services, etc. What other products or services are your client buying right now? Similar books, trainings, services, etc. So my example here, they've taken all kinds of self-help workshops, they've attended many trainings, and they have experience in the service industry. Next one, what are the buying triggers for your perfect client? What triggers them to click on your call to action, your CTA? What are the buying triggers for your perfect client? What triggers them to click on your call to action? So my client wants to increase their online presence and have a steady stream of income that does not require them to exchange time. All right, next one, number 9. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. All right, in one sentence, what do you provide to your avatar that nobody else does? So this is kind of a way for you to explore how are you unique, and how can you show up in a way that is different than others that are doing something that might be similar. Because people, like I said in the beginning, people don't buy your products or services, they buy you. If they wanted to go buy a pair of shoes and they wanted just to go buy a pair of shoes, they would just go to Target. But if they wanted an experience, they would go to Luke's Shoe Locker and have the experience where the customer service representative shows them all the different shoes, sits with them, brings them coffee or kombucha or whatever while they're having their shopping experience. So what sets you apart from just a Target, right? Okay, so what's in one sentence, what do you provide to your avatar that nobody else does? So I'm a fun-loving mermaid, fairy, goddess, medicine woman. I provide value with my tools that have been honed from being self-employed since 1996. And my motto is expanding horizons, inspiring positive change. So, last piece here is your power story. What has been your success story? So there's a note here. Think of how you came to this point. What have you done and what have you gone through to get to this now moment? How does that make you and your offerings unique in this world? So this is your power story. You're going to take some time to write that. And you're going to go through your little niche. You're going to match your demographics. You're going to find people with interests that match. You're going to go onto your For You page and find interests that match your ideal client, your avatar. And this is going to help you also when you are creating content for an ad, because you're going to need all of this whenever you are plugging things into ads. So, hey, welcome. Thanks for joining. If you're joining in late, make sure to save this and share it for friends and family that might be interested in what we're doing and might be helpful if it's helped you in any way. But make sure you watch from the beginning because there's some really good stuff, and make sure you get a pen and paper so you can take some notes. So I have some ad copy on here. I'm not through all that because we're not talking about ads right now. We're talking about organic. Um, let's see. So you're going to pinpoint to the end state. What keeps your perfect client awake at night? What are the top 3 things, the people, the circumstances, you know, what's the biggest mistake? What does your perfect client need the service that you have? What products do you have that they're buying? You might have free downloads. You might have audiobooks. You might have things like that. So whatever that is, what are the buying triggers, common triggers, money, both saving it and making it, free stuff or gifts with purchase, sharing good deals with friends, time, saving time and freeing it up, accountability, a proven path, working into their life seamlessly, and available 24/7, 365. So these are all huge, beautiful triggers. And so these are ones that I would like for you to definitely, make note of because they are super important. Let's see, what else can we wrap up here in this last little bit that I haven't gotten to? Your story, your success story, and then your story handwritten, and then you can try to transfer them to video. So I would love you to take all of this, and once you get to the end, just record your core story. Record your story. What it was like when you first started, how you came to be, and then where you are now. So feel, felt, found. The feel, felt, found method. It's a very simple, one of the oldest methods in the book. So this is how I feel, this is how I felt, this is what I found. And so you can use the feel, felt, found as you write your story. And for those of you that are in the training, we are going to be sharing our little core story videos. So I'm really excited to hear your story, your success story, and your feel, felt, found video in our group. Again, for those of you that are interested in joining the Digital Nomad training, we still do have some spaces available in this live course. And we have live grading as well as review things that you'll be behind, and we also of beautiful people that are doing this training all together. So, and you also have access to the courses that you sign up for with our program 24/7, 365, as well as lifetime access. So with that being said, I'm sure that this content has helped you in some way, whether it was just interesting to you or whether you're going to apply it to your own life and your own business. And I look forward to working with you on another level where we can dive a little bit deeper. If you'd like to do some soul coaching, I'm available for that as well. It's one of my very favorite things to do. We're booking packages of soul coaching for 1, 4, or 8 coaching sessions. And so you can hit me up for that in the DMs. I'll send you a little bit more information on what that looks like, as well as you can check out the link tree in my bio. Make sure you sign up for my newsletter because I do all of my early enrollment offers there first for anything that we're doing. And so thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to subscribe and like and save this video and share it with a friend if it's helped you. So much love. Namaste. All right.